and this is the Squawk Sesh. So Kylee, I heard you lived in Greensboro. So I know you have the academic excellence to go to a 4-year college. Why are you at a community college? And my next question is, like, why are you not at a more local? Why Wentworth? Like, what made RCC more appealing than other colleges?
So, basically, my goal in life was to become a principal dancer at a ballet company, but that dream kind of came to a close during COVID times because it just wasn't feasible anymore. So then I started to kind of figure out ways to adapt what I liked, and kind of take it to a more academic route. So my mother and I, we were looking at community colleges in North Carolina, and I was looking at some campuses, and they just really weren't calling to me, so I decided to come visit RCC's campus. And actually, Diana Blatchley took me around on a campus tour, and yeah, I just kind of fell in love with the whole, all the beautiful nature on campus, the trails, and also the classrooms seemed small enough where I could get that kind of close interaction with teachers that I felt like I really needed, because I hadn't been in a real classroom in over 4 years because I did my high school completely online. So yeah, how did you get to RCC?
Well, for me, I've always lived local. I live in Eden, so I don't know. I almost did not go to college. I was told by many people that I was too dumb to go to college. I was told in public school and by other students that I was just too stupid. And it may have been a little bit true, but it kind of pushed myself to work harder. I became homeschooled, and then my mom made me work harder. I had to write a book report every single week about a book I read, and it just kind of led me to work more. Or sometimes it would be like every 2 weeks. It wasn't harsh, but she was like, okay, you're going to read a book, pick a book. I chose more literature based, and it's like, okay, now with this book you're going to at least write one paragraph. And doing that consistently, constantly, I had to start, I got better at stuff like that.
Yeah.
It didn't stress me out anymore. Then when it came time to go to college, I didn't want to, and they were like, okay, Cameron, there's a CCP program, you need to get on it. And it, worst comes to worst, you don't have to stay. You can just try one semester, do your best. I'm like, yeah, I would like to go to college. I would like to have an associate's. I just felt really intimidated by it. And then by the time I got here, I was like, man, they're really chill, really laid back. I love the student life. So I used to be the president of the Teen Library Council in Eden, which is, it sounds lame. It's nerdy, but that's me. I am that person. So I miss that kind of environment and that kind of situation with the little student government vibe. And so I saw it here on campus, and I fell in love with it. I fell in love with the activities, what we were doing, and now I can be a part of that on a regular basis, and I get to go to college the way I wanted to, and I'm doing good, so I'm happy with it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that student life is definitely a big presence here on RCC's campus. I mean, you say that you were nerdy, looking for that kind of, experience that you had back with your other club, but I mean, you're talking to the biggest nerd out there, because...
Yeah. How many clubs do you have?
I'm the vice president of SGA, president of the Alpha Kappa Pi chapter of PTK, an International Honor Society, and I am the president of the club as well. So I have a full plate, but it's so rewarding, I guess, to kind of be a presence on campus and help people experience RCC to the fullest extent.
For me, I could not take up owning a little club. Or not that it's little, but I could not be responsible by myself. I had to get back with people. Because for you, you're on your own a lot, okay?
Yeah.
I struggle. So I am the president of SGA, and then I am the parliamentarian for the M4C SGA for the state, the state student government, basically. So through that, RCC gave me all the connections, the opportunities such as that, and then that's kind of how I fell in love with it now. I tour community colleges all around the state.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not completely alone. I do have some fantastic advisors for all my clubs, pretty much.
Love the advisors.
And yes, that's one of, I think RCC's most valuable I don't know, asset is the faculty, because they care so much. I feel like every faculty member, professor I've had an interaction with, they've always made it clear to me that their number one goal was helping me succeed in what I wanted to do later on in life. Like, if I needed some help preparing, I don't know, maybe an event for book club, my advisor for book club would always be there right behind me, helping me every step of the way. But also with things like assignments in class, if I go to a teacher's office hours and ask a question about my topic, they'll give me an article, and it'll open my eyes to a completely new perspective I couldn't have imagined before. So I think that that's something so beautiful about RCC, is it allows someone who wasn't very comfortable with that kind of like school setting to kind of get back into it and become confident in themselves within that setting again. And yeah, I think it's amazing. I
couldn't have said it better myself. It is like amazing to run into the faculty staff here, because like whenever I'm around, student life stuff, because I'm also a student, work study for student life.
Right.
So like whenever I need to book a room, whenever I need help with the business office, whenever I need anything, they are always so quick. Hey, here's my business card, or here's my email. If you need me, reach out to me. And I know you see that a lot on the technology side. They're very helpful, amazing people.
Yeah, I mean, truly the tech department is really the backbone of RCC.
Yes.
Before I started my internship, I really was kind of blind to that whole aspect of the kind of techie side of school and like running the computers and everything. But once I was able to, get that hands-on experience, helping to update software and kind of just walking around campus with my coworkers and kind of seeing like what was going on, it was really eye-opening to kind of just like see how many people are at work to help all the students on campus towards like their goals. It's just beautiful. I don't know.
It's something about this place. It's nice.
Yeah, I mean, I think RCC really just fosters a great sense of community and support towards goals. Yeah.
So something for me, it's like, this place is amazing. It has changed our lives, for
Truly.
sure. Because the opportunities we both have would not be without this college. So for me, it's like, how do you get students who, like, don't even know? Like, it's so hard to, like, as Dr. Loudermilk once, like, references to, RCC gives, like, a buffet of options for students. Like, things they can have, things they can do, and the quality, like, is good, right? But how do you get the students to, like, want it? Or at least know it's there, because unless you dig, you won't see all the opportunities right away. I mean, you'll see a lot, like, the clubs and the benefits and such. I'm not saying it doesn't show the benefits, but, like, there's deeper benefits as you go along. And it's like, I just want to shake some of the students and go, oh my gosh, look at what we have. Look how it can change your life. Like, it can help you get into other colleges, the opportunities. It can help you go to a 4-year. We have, like, more than just pathways to get connected. It's like, I want them to see that.
No, I completely agree. I think that, I think it also is kind of important for the students to take their own initiative, because I do feel like we put out a lot of things. Like, we send out emails, we put up flyers, and we really try to be a great force on campus, I would say.
Yeah.
But I do think it's kind of, I don't know the right way to put it, but in the sense that I do want to just shake some people. I get that now. Like,
that's exactly how because it's there. Your emails are there. Your flyers are there. Everything's there. All we need is just, like, the students to see it.
Yeah.
Like, they need the goggles or something. I don't know what they're missing here.
I don't know. I don't even know if they're missing. I don't know, because...
Like, I don't know about missing. They're going here, so they got something right. They got something right, but, like, there's more opportunities, and you have a lot of CCC students, which is, as they call, college car. The second their class is over, they're out the door. Which I understand, you have a life, you have kids, you have another job. Or some people here have, like, full-time jobs, kids, everything all together. But, like, for the part-time students, or the full-time students with, like, flexibility, getting them more involved would be amazing, or just seeing the opportunities we have.
Yeah, I mean, something that it's kind of funny to think back, because my intentions when I came to RCC, where I could have never imagined where I would be sitting right now. I would have never thought I'd be doing
Definitely.
a podcast right now. No, my goal was to get my degree, transfer to a different college, But I think something I kind of saw a need, I guess, where when I went to a club rush, I think it was the first club rush, fall 2021. That was my first semester here. I went to the club rush, and I saw Diana Blatchley again. Familiar face, and she was like, I'm the vice president of SGA. I was like, oh, really? And so we were talking, and I was like, do you have a book club by any chance? Because I was interested in joining a book club. I'm a major book nerd.
Oh, yeah.
So when I found out that there wasn't a book club, I kind of sat with that, and I was kind of like, that's a shame, but it was due to COVID and everything, and I knew, like, COVID did take a lot of things down. So that was kind of what started me. So I sent out an email to the past director of student life, and I was like, I'm interested in joining a book club. And right away, from the jump, it was like, okay, let's do it. I'll connect you with these people. Find an advisor, find 3 people, and then you'll have your book club. And then now it's flourished into something where, although maybe the members aren't as, I guess, active, we still are able to host events on campus that are really, I guess, helpful both mentally and physically. So you get kind of the exercise from thinking critically about books, and then we also take walks around campus for our annual write-out. So I think that that's something important, and I feel like I kind of went off on a tangent about book club.
No, book club definitely has been a good presence, and for you, that's been your rooting ground. So it's like what started you actively in the campus or student life active, I guess. But for me, it was kind of like, so I was a student during 2020. I started out by taking like 2 classes at a time because at the time I thought I could not handle more.
Right.
So from that, I heard there was a club rush when there actually began student activity again. But this one was online. You met on Zoom. Or before the club rush, sorry. So there was like a little club. It was a temporary club by our former student life director, Maggie Murray. So Maggie started it, and she's like, okay, whoever can join. So it was just me and one other girl. But every week we sat and talked about like this one book series with Maggie, and then it ended, and they never did anything like that again. Then the club rush came up. Well, I showed up. I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, all these clubs. And I saw student government. And then it just clicked. I was like, this is what I want. This is what I want to do. And then I saw Maggie. And Maggie's like, meet Diana. Come here, let me show you Diana. And she's like, she's in. You see her? Yeah, she's in this club. I was like, oh yay, awesome.
Nice.
And then Diana, and then I saw Mariah too, and they were kind of talking to me about student government. They said basically we run the back, like we kind of, all the events and everything, just like the behind the scenes kind of people. And I was like, oh yeah, I definitely want that. So I signed up, I got an email, I got in, and then from there on, I don't know what I would be doing right now.
I know. It seems like, I really can't imagine it. Like, it's so, I keep saying rewarding, but it truly is. And it's something like...
It's the only thing. Like, it's more than rewarding, but it's just like, that's the only word to describe it.
That's the only word I can find right now. It's, I don't know. It's just, being so active on campus has led me to become a much more confident person as well. I feel like I wasn't really confident with, like, I was fine with being on stage, because that's what I was used to. I was a dancer. So I was used to kind of being on stage and not really, but I wasn't used to kind of like having interpersonal communication as much. So when I came here, I was kind of reserved, kind of shy, and really insecure within myself. But it was really the professors and my peers that really helped me to flourish and kind of find my footing and find what I wanted to do with my life. Because I always knew I wanted to kind of go into higher education and, with English literature. But I don't think past me would have ever considered doing Spanish literature if it wasn't for Profe Tatum. What a force on campus she is, if we're talking about forces on campus.
Oh, yes.
I mean, I could have a whole list of teachers right now.
I do. I have a list.
Cameron, so if you have any advice for students, the ones that you kind of just want to be like, please, like, look at what you have, what would you say?
Oh, I have a lot of things.
Oh, you
I
do?
would want to tell them to help them. And if you're listening, this is it. First of all, this is the first step. Listening right now. Now, what you need to do next is show up. Like, come to our, like, message SGA. Message our emails. Show up on campus. Come to our events. Then ask around. Hey, find, like, whatever your interests are. Hey, do we have a club for this? Most likely we do. But if we don't, be the one that starts one. And then from there, you take so many steps in the direction that changes your life. And even if you don't have time or you don't want to, or, I understand times are very busy. You might have jobs. Just maybe pop into an event. See what we have to offer. And maybe you change your mind, or maybe you can find a way of still being involved without having to, like, give up your life outside of campus. We are very flexible. We work with you, and it's too good of an opportunity to miss.
Yeah.
And what about you?
I completely agree. I think it's definitely kind of pushing yourself out of that comfort zone, because I know if I had never kind of jumped right out and went to that club rush, I would not be sitting at this table today. And I know it's probably the same for you. So I think it's definitely just taking initiative and kind of pushing yourself to do things you normally wouldn't, and talk to people that you maybe were too shy to in the first place. But I think that's probably the first step, just taking that initiative. So
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So this is Kylie and Cameron signing out. We'll
Yes.
see you next time.